before people start their business, let's say they need to read this book, and I would endorse it as well. Most people think that they're a small business owner and entrepreneur when really they're doing all the work themselves. Would love to hear you break down kind of like how you delegate, your process for doing that, and even just like if you're getting started as an entrepreneur, how can you get to that point where you hire yourself out and get to that step where you can be just the entrepreneur, the vision driver, the big thinker, and have people in that place, that great staff that you talk about.
For sure. So a business, right? When people say, yeah, I'm a business owner, which is what an entrepreneur is, or I hate when somebody says, oh, I want to be, I talked to a group of high school kids in Little Rock this past Saturday, and we started off by, hey, stand up, introduce yourself, say what you want to be when there was actually a basketball team, state championship basketball team, and you cannot say MBA. If you do not make it to the MBA, what is it that you would want to be? And they all got up. A lot of them said real estate. One said a surgeon. I was actually very impressed with the responses. And one said entrepreneur. And I honestly kind of actually hate that term, because what is an entrepreneur? Like, people just kind of just throw it out. And anytime that I hear somebody say, I'm an entrepreneur, they have it on their thing, to me, that just means that they're like a lash tech, right? Or, so it's like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. You're not a business owner. If we want to take away the term entrepreneur and just say business owner, unless you can sell your business, you are not a business owner. So a lash tech, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to any lash techs out there, but a lash tech that it is a single lash tech that works in a salon suite is not a business owner, because there's nothing to sell. You can't sell your business for $10,000 today if you wanted to. Now, if you're a lash tech and you decide, and let's talk about delegation in this aspect, you're a lash tech and you decide, I'm going to build an actual business and I'm not going to be an entrepreneur, right? Then I'm getting other lash techs and people that I've trained up. I'm putting them in an environment. I'm collecting as many customers as I can, whether it's through marketing or whatever else I have to do. And I'm basically saying, hey, listen, don't worry about the risk of trying to build your own business. Come work with me and we'll do a commission, maybe a 70-30 split. I'll provide the space and I'll also help you. You got your own customers, but then I'll also make sure that I generate as many customers as possible. I'm not gonna do any lashes at all. I'll review you doing lashes to make sure that the product is up to the standard that I have for my business. And everything, all my customers, everybody else, I will delegate that all out to these lash techs. Now, when you do that, you now have a business that you can sell, because you're not working in your business, you're working on your business. And it's something that you can sell to somebody else. I can't go buy a lash studio where the only lash tech is the owner, right? I can go buy a lash studio where the owner doesn't work in it at all, and there's 5 other lash techs that are doing the lashes. I can go look at the books and say, this is, they brought in $1 million this year, $700,000 was paid out in salaries and 1099 salaries, $100,000 was expense for the studio and advertising X, Y, and Z, and she cleared 20%, $200,000. Okay, cool. I'll give her a 3x evaluation and I'll pay $600,000 for her business. That makes sense. Otherwise, nothing else makes sense. So you're not an actual business owner. You're whatever you want to call yourself. You're a sole proprietor that does lashes. That's really what it is.